Who thinks we should keep our environment and natural resources in the best possible conditions? Who thinks we should contribute to the social and local economy? If you do, congratulations. That is exactly what Smart Biosystem does. Save water and support the social and local economy. What you can see here is a smart irrigation system. And with this device we can save water, most of the time about 40 to 60% above the conventional irrigation programmers. But why is this so interesting, and how does it work? We have developed a compact design where our electronics can manage the energy, the communications and the irrigation functionality itself. About the energy, I should say, this is our most important contribution in terms of innovation and engineering. We are not using conventional batteries, instead we use supercapacitors. This electronic component has in theory almost unlimited cycles of charge and discharge, but also, it can support extreme temperatures. That means, our device will be running for at least 10 to 15 years with any kind of replacement. In fact, we cover our electronics with epoxy, so there is no possibility to replace any component. We don't need it all. IoT communications are used in our system. This protocol allows the system to connect directly the device with the server, so it is not necessary to use any kind of gateway, but also it consumes low energy, so it fits perfectly with our ultra-low power design. How do we water? The system collects information from sensors installed in the device, mainly soil moisture and temperature. Another source of information is coming from a weather station placed in the green area, if possible, or meteorological data from public environment agencies. With all this information, we can define a smart irrigation strategy. Instead of just watering by time, this is how conventional programmer works. So, we will use only the water that needs the plants every moment, and comparing with traditional methodology used in the green areas nowadays, we can save easily 40 to 60% of water. Is this device interesting for the market? Yes. As we know, population is being concentrated in cities, and more people are moving to urban areas. We as society need urban plans with green areas in our cities. And this is already happening, because that is important to grow and live with healthy conditions, but also feel fullness. So, if this is our goal for the cities, to have green areas, then it is necessary to implement technology to achieve it. I would like to emphasize again on our mimetic design, where there is no visual impact. And as I said before, comparing with other solutions, our compact design makes the installation so easy in any park or green area. Are we already selling or installing our irrigation solution? Yes, we installed our first pilot at the University of Cadiz, and thanks to that we could improve the electronics and learn about the behavior of the system. Suez also showed interest in our solution, and due to that we have installed our technology in different cities such as Canary Islands and Valencia. Sodegrand, a luxury urbanization in Cadiz, is now testing our irrigation system in one of their green areas. Wellness Telecom has also contracted us to implement our technology in 15 cities in coast of Del Sol, Malaga. Here, we can see some of our installations. Since the beginning of this project, we were clear that we wanted to develop high-level technology to help keeping the natural resources in good state. So, for us the sustainability is a main pillar. But on the other hand, why not to achieve that, and at the same time support the social and local economy? And this is exactly what we are doing. And there are several reasons for that decision. 1. As you have seen, for us is very important the quality of our product, because it has to last at least 10 to 15 years. So we want to control the whole process chain to guarantee the quality of the production. And a good way for that is to keep the manufacture locally. 2. Again, a matter of sustainability. The design is made in Cadiz, but we try to keep our providers as close as possible. As you can see, the PCB is being produced in Barcelona. Some other irrigation parts also come from here. The assembly of the circuit is done in Malaga. The provider of the enclosure is placed in Zaragoza, and so on. With that strategy, at least we try to reduce as much as possible the transportation of raw material. But also the standard of the law in terms of environment protection has to be as high as possible. 3. Human rights legislation. We want, and we need to be sure, that the rights of the workers are being respected. So we will not support any practice against that way, just to increase our profit. Just to end, I would like to ask you something. Do you want to live in a place having natural green areas that has being watered in the best sustainable way, but also knowing that these devices were made protecting the human rights and the environment? Smart Biosystem make it possible.